Cool. Thank you, Noob, for life. Feel free to post a link to the tournament or anything in the chat if you'd like. So here we are. Dark Elves taking on the Vampire Coast. Round 1. Who's going to win? Some big mountains. I like how you can hear the armies before they load in. There we go. That's what I was hearing, a bunch of harpies. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, starting with our blue player, we have 3 Blackheart Corsairs, 2 Dreadspears, and a single Bleak Sword by the looks of it. Yes, indeedy. We're then going to be looking at 2 units of Shades, a very common pick. Sorry, 3 units of Shades. Pretty good pick, I would say, against the Vampire Coast. Can avoid the skirmish fire on the approach because of the stock trait. Going to have 3 Dark Riders with shields. And then we're going to have some Harpies up in the air. So I see 1 here, 2, 3 Harpies up in the air on that right flank. Now, aside from this, for the heroes, we've got a Sorceress of Fire on foot. She's just going to be bringing Burning Head, Cascading Fire Cloak, or sorry, Fireball, and the Flaming Sword of Ruin. And then up in the air, we have a High Beastmaster. Oh, snap. He's on top of his Manticore, bonus versus large and everything. We got Whiplash on top of him, as well as Stand Your Ground, Tormentor's Sword, Beast Slayer, and Featherfoe Torque. Damn, interesting army. So, coming over here to the Vampire Coast side of the battlefield, gonna have a front line that has a lot of zombies. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3 units of Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mob. We got a single unit of Sirens here in the center hiding behind the rock. We got the Black Spot, Regiment of Renown Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mob with handguns. Gonna have some Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob. Looks like just one of them, actually. Then we have the Polearms. We have a unit of Depth Guard hidden in the back here behind that nice terrain feature. I guess it's not a terrain feature. Behind this nice little Dark Elf shrine. We have Fellbats up in the air, which appears to be one of them. Got Scurvy Dogs over here looking out for any cheeky Vanguard shenanigans from the Dark Elves, it seems. And then last but certainly not least for the units. Oh, sorry, we have another Scurvy Dog over there. We've got a bloated corpse ready to belly flop on top of the pointy ears and blow up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Man, his steering wheel necklace is just beautiful. Good for him. But that is one bloated corpse. And now for the Lord, Luther Harkin himself. He's going to be up in the air. And it looks like we're going to be seeing Hornswaggle, the debuff to Vigor, which I always forget, Power Siphon. As well as Magical Void for some very big magical resistance. Over here, Vampire Fleet Captain is going to be on foot. Taunt, Arnsapal's Black Horror, I think that's called. No, sorry, Speed of Lycos. Ooh, Speed of Lycos. I'm really hoping we see that on top of the bloated corpse there. It gives them extra speed and unspottable trait for 44 seconds. Invocation of Nehek, Drown Dead, and a Power Stone. I missed a cannon, too. There's 2 carronades. Man, I miss so much in this army. Alright, we'll see if it starts smoothing out a bit. Or the cannon's not firing. They're obstructed. Yeah, he had his zombies too far in front of it. Alright, let's see what they're targeting. Oh, it's going to be the Sorceress of Fire they're targeting. Not a bad idea. Get rid of that magic quick from the field of battle, and don't let the Dark Elves kill you with burning heads. Over here, the bloated corpse is about to be discovered. Looks like Speed of Lycos has been cast on top of it, giving it unspottable as a trait, and it's going to be able to be sneaky now. And time to see where it goes. It looks like it may be heading out for these Blackheart Corsairs. And if that's the case, I'm going to watch with great interest to see if this bad boy can do it. His speed is all the way up to 47. He should be unspottable for just a bit longer. And he is going after those Blackheart Corsairs as quickly as he can. Oh no, the Shades are going to be able to shoot him to death really quick, though. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for the Shades. Oh, they're not shooting the bloated corpse. This could be huge. Oh my god. That was awesome. He just destroyed both of those units. Now that is a bloated corpse getting triple its value. Awesome stuff. Oh boy, they were just decimated. Like all of them just got ripped in half by that explosion. Wow. Anyways, I digress. That's a huge loss for the Dark Elves. Balance of Powers are going to reflect it, and this flank is just going to start retreating before they even get into any serious combat. So very nice play there from our Vampire Coast player. A Burning Head going through here. Looks like it did a nice touch of damage against the Sirens. However, Luther Harkin staying down on the ground against this High Beastmaster. He does have health regeneration unlike the High Beastmaster, and he's also supported by Sirens. And this is looking really bad. The Beastmaster just getting crushed by Luther Harkin and these Sirens, and we'll see what he can do. Fireball getting thrown down at Luther Harkin. It's going to connect, doing some nice damage. I do think Luther Harkin should have stayed on top of this High Beastmaster, but the nice thing here for the Vampire Coast is there's no regeneration in this Dark Elf army. There's no Soul Stealer. So the damage they have dished out so far is incredibly significant, and I think it's going to make it really hard for the Dark Elves to come back here. However, the Shade's getting some really nice damage done against Luther Harkin, but he is pulled back into the back lines to help his forces clean up these Blackheart Corsairs and Dark Riders, and all the while, the gunnery mob is just devastating these Harpies. Cannons are still firing away. One of them is basically unchallenged. The other one is getting tied down in a fight with Blackheart Corsairs, but you know the zombies here are going to be tanking a lot of damage. So right now things are looking pretty dead even according to the balance of power. I think both players have gotten some nice trades, but Luther Harkin, as long as he can continue regenerating, I mean, he has the lore of vampires, he can throw down an invocation of a heck. I think this is just going to be the Vampire Coast game to lose. I would love to see these Shades targeting some different units. The Vampire Fleet Captain right now is danger close to these Shades, and they could easily just snipe him out of existence really quick with some nice volleys. But I do think they're going to continue targeting on the Depth Guard. Not a bad pick. You know, Depth Guard, a very dangerous unit as well. I just feel like if you can kill healing or remove it from the field, that's always a huge benefit when you're going up and against an undead faction. You just want to get rid of those healing units as quickly as possible. Now the Depth Guard have closed the distance. They're on top of the Bleak Swords, and Depth Guard are no chumps. They regenerate when they're in combat, and a nice Overcast Invocation of Nehet going down there right now. And the Beastmaster and Luther Harkin are going to get in combat, but we have Harpies coming in to support the Beastmaster, and that could actually really change the dynamic here, especially with the Shades firing into Luther Harkin. And oh my goodness gracious, Luther Harkin, if he dies up in the air right now, it could completely flip this to the Dark Elf side of the battle, and it looks like it's doing that according to the balance of power right now. Luther Harkin. Oh, yeah, Luther Harkin is in a very dangerous situation. He needs to land, like yesterday, into some units that can support him, and right now he is getting chased down, and he may die. Oh, man. He's critical binding. He turned around. He got back in combat here with the Beastmaster. Invocation of a Heck cast, but is it going to be enough? He's down to 400 and 500 HP. I mean, he's still regaining health. Oh, but another big hit, and he's going to go down for the count. Luther Harkin is dead, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, I think the Dark Elves just made this a game again. Look, Balance of Power is dead even. It was pretty significantly in favor of the Vampire Coast for a bit there, but now I think we're going to be seeing the Dark Elves take this back, as there's nothing to challenge the High Beastmaster up in the air now that Luther Harkin's been dealt with. Parkmap going to be pulling back his shades. He's probably going to turn around, kill off this Vampire Fleet Captain. Depth Guard are still doing well. And even over here, look at this, a lot of routing from the Dark Elves. So Balance of Power is starting to go back in favor of the Vampire Coast again. I mean, we'll see. The Zombie Pirate Gunners are doing really good here against the High Beastmaster. The Black Spot should be able to take him out, but he is crumbling. And so if they don't stop crumbling soon, then you could just see them crumble out of existence and not really be a factor for the rest of this fight. Over here, the Sirens are still alive and healthy. They are now on top of the Shades, doing some really good work. Vampire Fleet Captain is tying down these Shades, and it looks like the Depth Guard have just killed off the third unit of Shades. Harpies are coming in on top of the Vampire Lord, or Vampire Fleet Captain, and now in comes the Beastmaster, and this may be the end of the Vampire Coast here. Yeah, there goes the Vampire Fleet Captain. He is taking a ton of damage. Sirens are desperately coming over here to help, but yeah, Vampire Fleet Captain looks like he's done for. And that's going to be a really good game to both of these players, and the Dark Elves coming back after what seemed like a pretty huge deficit, and I think they're going to win this from here. Oh yeah, very nice. Flaming Sword of Ruin being cast down on top of all of these Dark Elf units so they can do even more damage against the Sirens. Depth Guard barely holding on anymore, and yeah, it's going to be a GG. Beastmaster doing a nice quick cycle charge in and out. Oh my goodness gracious, what did I... This is insanity. There's no way. Crumbling Sirens. Alright, Depth Guard coming in. Yeah, this is a very close battle, but I don't think the Depth Guard and Sirens can do this on their own. Oh my god, shattered Dark Elf units though. The Beastmaster is still very low on health too. If the Beastmaster falls... Oh my goodness gracious. Beastmaster, you gotta be careful there. This is insanity, guys. Absolute insanity. Alright, the Sirens just crumbled out of existence. And there go the Depth Guard. A great game. Very close match. And I'm excited to see what happens in round 2. Yeah, that was the best one I've seen in a while for a Bloated Corpse. That was awesome. Dark Elves #1, fuck the vampires. I see which side you're on, Foolproof Ninja Revan. Druki, says King Thran. You've not seen a Beastmaster until this game. Beastmaster's tough. He's a heavy-hitting lord, and bonus versus large on a Manticore. That's pretty unheard of, besides him, I believe. And the nice thing about that is that Manticore's attack animations really help him be impervious to a lot of attack animations from infantry and stuff, just because he bounces around so much, as you see. But yeah, what a game. That was so close. Really could have gone either way, but I do think there's just some key misplay moments from the Vampire Coast, like Luther Harkin trying to take that aerial combat when he was near Shades and there was Harpies supporting the Beastmaster was definitely the point where I think it was lost. I mean, the Depth Guard and the Sirens did incredibly well. 195 kills against Dark Elves, that's no small feat, and a lot of this, there's only 2 Dread Spears. Everything else is Black Art Corsairs, Shades, and so forth. So yeah, he gets anti-large on a monster that doesn't come with anti-large. Exactly. Yeah, so... Well, no, I mean, it's like the same as Alberic. Like he gets on a Hippogriff and he has anti-large, whereas Hippogriffs, like for Lewin and other characters by default, don't have anti-large. But yeah, the cannon not firing at the start was a huge problem. Yeah, he could have killed the Dark Elf Wizard there, probably, because she was just running around on foot, I believe. But in any case, beautiful games, and I'm excited to see the next one. I mean, this Dark Elf player really brought it back. Parkmap, big shout out to him, because I thought Aetherion had it there a few times. And as I even said during the battle, it was the Vampire Coast battle to lose. They were in a really dominating position there for a while. And that damn bloated corpse, where are you? 81 kills? And that was Shades and Black Art Corsairs, if I recall, which is just insanity. Or maybe it was Dread Spears and Shades. But either way, 81 kills on that bloated corpse. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.